Morning, how you diddling? How's tricks? I am out in the forest and literally everybody in the Sykes family is so excited to go skiing in a few weeks that we're all like literally wearing our ski jackets at any opportunity. It's not actually cold, it has been wet. As you can see, it's quite muddy in the forest. But I'm just like, oh, I'm feeling the ski vibes. Literally can't wait to go. 19th of February. Bring it on. So many things that I want to talk to you about. Like, you know, I was sort of saying I want to bring some things that might be helpful for you if you like running your own business and stuff. So many different ways to like bring stuff. Literally, the list endless. Anyway, something that I talk about a lot, and somebody asked me this morning, well, it was last night, but I didn't see it till this morning, in the DMs is, I'll just move this out of my face, about nervous system regulation. Everybody knows that I talk about this a lot. So I thought I'd give you like a quick nervous system 101 and why it's like important, and then maybe some tips on where you can have a look to like learn a bit more about it. So if you're a birthy person, you'll know that the nervous system, we think of it in terms of like fight or flight, or freeze, and like or being in this like safe and connected place, which is optimal for giving birth because you feel safe and you can let go, and oxytocin likes it, and blah 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 blah. So this is the same for you all the time. It's not exclusively something that kicks in during birth. But what is interesting is like the whole thing with the birth is, the birth connection to the nervous system is like we're going back to like a primitive, like physiological process that hasn't really evolved a great deal, in like millennia essentially. And that is what is being activated when we're giving birth, because it's checking for signs of threat, making sure that you are basically able to give birth to your baby without like a Tyrannosaurus Rex coming along and eating it or whatever. So I won't go into birth physiology, but here's what I thought I'd sort of touch upon today. These things are activated all the time. This is going on all the time. Like your body is constantly checking to see if it's safe, checking for threat, checking for like, context. And those threats are not necessarily actual like danger. Don't like get that one twisted, because like what's going on in your body is, it's not as clever as that. Your brain's basically dramatic. So why it's important to understand this stuff is your nervous system is basically driving absolutely everything. It's driving everything during your day, during your interactions, and of course in your business as well. Like imposter syndrome, that's part of a nervous system response. You're not feeling safe. Yeah, like, yeah, of course you are safe, but you're not feeling safe. You're feeling a level of threat. Oh my God, they're better, whatever it might be. So it's like a protection mechanism to keep you from being like rejected, basically, because we all need to be part of like a collective to stay safe. Like this is what's going on there. It's also this like gut feeling. When people talk about your gut feeling, that's because your vagal nerve, it literally goes down into your belly. It goes into your stomach. There are nerve endings there that are being activated. That's why you feel a drop in your stomach maybe, or like a gut reaction, as we'd call it, because there's something physiological happening. Basically your brain's going, I don't feel safe. So the two states you're looking at are basically whether you feel in a state of connectedness or wanting to feel protected. So I just say, is this coming from a place of connection or protection? And when you feel like connected, i.e. safe, you will take different steps in your life and in your business. And when you're feeling like in this state of protection, like, oh my God, like, can I do that? I'm not sure, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, all that stuff, that is coming from that dysregulated and unsafe place in your nervous system. This I get into in great detail in Be Your Own Coach, and I am actually going to be creating a whole training for birth workers on this so that they can see how birth, your nervous system are connected, life, your nervous system connected, and business and your nervous system are all connected. And when you understand how that all comes together, like it's just a total game changer. It's a complete game changer in the way that you like move through all of those things. So that's coming, but I did do it in Be Your Own Coach, and if you want to have a look at Be Your Own Coach, I am going to be retiring that, but that is the fundamentals of nervous system regulation. It's really, really simple, and actually a trained psychologist was telling me that it was the best explanation that she'd had, and she was like, I've heard about the autonomic nervous system many a time. She was like, the way that you explained it, she was like, it was a game changer. It was completely different. So regulating your nervous system is essentially having many, many opportunities to be in a connected state, to be in a state of safety. And the more that you can be in that place, you're not supposed to be like in flow and feeling like, you know, like connected to everything all the time. You need a level of flexibility because there will be like threats to navigate. You need to be able to jump out of the road if a fucking car's coming towards you. You know, we're not all walking around on a cloud kind of thing. We're looking for flexibility, aka resilience, being able to move into a place where you're like, fuck, how do I deal with this? And go, okay, actually, like what I'm thinking now is coming from this place of like, I feel disconnected and like I need to protect myself, and moving yourself back into connection and going, right, okay, now I can think more clearly, I can like have, executive function and a level of clarity. That means that I'll be able to take steps that are from a place of connection rather than protection. So there are loads of ways to build resilience, but the main way is like to move into something that feels challenging, activating, even a bit scary, and find your way back without the wheels coming off. Buddy's got something to say about this. He's dysregulated. He's actually completely regulated because he feels safe. He's enjoying himself. He's like, oh my God. He's totally in the moment. So a lot of my regulation practices are things like this: getting out in nature, you know, being in a place of connectedness with myself for periods of time, so that you've almost banked it. You've banked those things so that when the inevitable stresses and challenges of life, parenting, all that shit business come, you've got this flexibility. You know, you've got somewhere to go. The wheels don't just immediately come off. One of the lovely quotes from Deb Dana's book goes something like this: a flexible and resilient nervous system holds stories of possibility. You know, like the more you are anchored in a connected place within yourself, the more stories of possibility you've got access to. So yeah, check it out, Anchored by Deb Dana. If you want to do my training that gets into this, you can have a look at Be Your Own Coach. And yeah, having resilience is not about being zen all the time. It's not. It's about flexibility. It's about being anchored, and it's about being able to find your way back to connectedness really quickly and really easily.